Nashville hairstylist Chad Bryant had a falling out with best friend Savannah Chrisley after making occasional appearances on Chrisley Knows Best. The two opponents reconciled and offered an explanation. Producing Savannah, Aaron Duggan served as moderator to maintain equilibrium. People have seen him on her podcast before, actually. Assisting Savannah Chrisley, Chad fans of USA Network learned more than a year ago that Grayson and Chloe's biological parents, Todd and Julie, had a temporary guardian. She seemed destined to be a mother for quite some time, what with her parents doing a total of 19 years in prison. Grayson was an adolescent, which is never easy, and Chloe still need a great deal of parental guidance. Savannah Chrisley came clean in 2023 about Chad Bryant's assistance with the kids. With Chloe in particular, surprisingly, he was more visible than Chase Chrisley, her brother. It was supposed that Chad and Chase's sister were dating, however Chad's sexual orientation disproves that theory. Whatever the case may be, he eventually became a permanent resident of the house. The reasons behind Chad Bryant's breakup with Savannah Chrisley and Chad Bryant discussed their breakup at length in the most recent episode of Unlocked. He downplayed the significance, explaining that their goal was to discourage people from asking why. Their friendship ended a few months ago, and Todd's daughter decided that fans might be interested in hearing their story. For the most part, she had the belief that it might be therapeutic for others to go through the same thing when their friendships end. It took a long time for Savannah and Chad Bryant to get to the heart of their friendship's collapse. It was obvious, though, that Chad felt exploited by her. It appears he just got tired of it, even though he claimed to be taking accountability for letting things go to that point. He could have saved everyone a lot of awkward silence by just stating that she had thrown the kids in the house on him, and he needed space to himself. A voice for Chrisley's devotion. Several listeners expressed their inability to finish the podcast after it had already aired. An individual on Reddit posed the following question: new podcast from Savannah. Has anyone heard the reason for her and Chad's breakup? She has a podcast, but I simply cannot listen to it. After the couple decided they shouldn't spend too much time together, fans of Chrisley Knows Best wasted no time filling in the blanks. Since it was only part 1 of 2, they didn't go into great depth, but basically, Chad was getting stressed living with Savannah and suddenly departed, leaving Savannah to feel abandoned and overwhelmed. It seems like she was ranting about him to her family, who then informed Chad about it. In response, Chad cut her off from all communication, including his cell phone and social media accounts. According to her, other from Chad, there was absolutely no one who helped her from the beginning. It seems like Chad exhausted himself trying to be overly helpful, regardless of whether she wanted him to or not. To this day, I have never witnessed a family as dysfunctional, insane, dramatic, and disturbed as theirs. I think they could all use some expert advice. Have you heard anything regarding the breakup between Chad Bryant and Savannah Chrisley? Would you have preferred it if he had established more limits earlier? Apparently, she abandoned him to take care of the housework and the 2 younger children. Post your thoughts in the space provided, and be sure to check back for any updates regarding the Chrisley Knows Best family.